Have you ever felt stuck in your own life? Like every day is just a blurry copy of the one before it. And you're waiting for something, a special moment, a miracle, to finally turn things around? And what if I told you that in just 7 days, you could become an entirely different person? Not just a slightly improved version of your old self, but someone so transformed that even your closest friends and family would have to do a double take. Sounds impossible, right? But stay with me, because this isn't a gimmick. It's not an empty promise. This is a disciplined, calculated, and brutally honest plan to rebuild yourself from the inside out. You don't need a year. You don't need a lifetime. All it takes is 7 days of absolute, relentless commitment, and when those 7 days are over, you won't even recognize yourself. In the wise words of Seneca, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It's time to close the old chapters and step boldly into the version of you that was always meant to exist. The secret is this: you have to think differently, act differently, and live differently. You must break free from the old patterns that have held you back and step into a new identity, one that commands respect, discipline, and purpose. No more living life on autopilot. From this moment, you take the wheel. And remember, people who make radical changes never sit around waiting for the perfect moment. They create it. They realize that the version of themselves they've been dreaming about won't magically appear in the future. It has to be built today. Right here, right now. The most powerful transformations don't take years. They happen in a single decisive moment, followed by relentless, unshaken action, and by the time this week ends, your mind, your body, and your habits will align with the person you are becoming. If you've ever wished for a reset button in life, this is it. But only if you fully commit. No half measures, no excuses. So if you're ready to stop playing small, stop waiting for things to get better, and take complete control of your destiny in just 7 days, listen closely. Because your transformation starts now. Day 1. Destroy the old self. Before you can build, you must destroy. Today, you're going to declare war on your old self. You need to face and identify everything that's been keeping you trapped, the bad habits, the limiting beliefs, the fake comfort zones. This is the moment you become brutally self-aware and take full responsibility for every part of your life that doesn't align with the vision of the person you want to be. True change demands sacrifice. And today, you'll sacrifice your weak, stagnant, old self in exchange for a stronger, sharper, more capable version of you. But it's not just about recognizing what's held you back. It's about making an irreversible commitment to leave it all behind. Right now, you have to stop tolerating mediocrity. Stop making excuses. And stop living in the shadows of your own potential. The discomfort of transformation is nothing compared to the pain of staying the same. And you need to be brave enough to lean into that discomfort. Because every great transformation begins with unease. Your mind will resist, afraid of the unknown, but that fear is nothing more than a wall, and it's time to tear it down. You are the architect of your destiny. And today, the construction of your new life begins. To truly destroy the old self, you have to go deeper than simply admitting your flaws. You need to dismantle the mental frameworks that have kept you stuck. Ask yourself, what fears have controlled my actions? What stories have I been telling myself to justify my inaction? Which comfort zones have become my prison? Awareness is just the first step. Now comes action. The tighter you cling to your past identity, the harder it will be to let go. It's essential to realize that you are not bound by your past mistakes, failures, or old labels. Your old self was necessary for the lessons you've learned, but it has no place in the journey ahead. Next, perform a symbolic act of separation. Write down every excuse, habit, and behavior that no longer serves you. Then, destroy it, burn it, rip it up, bury it, do whatever it takes to create a physical, symbolic break from your old self. When you do this, you're not making a wish for change, you're declaring an irreversible path forward. That act imprints a message deep into your subconscious. A new era begins today. This is your rebirth, a psychological reset that tells your mind, we are done with those old patterns. And we are stepping into new power. But remember, this is only day one. The war against your old self isn't won in a single moment. It's a continuous battle. Every decision you make, every action you take from this moment on, must align with the person you are becoming. You've crossed the threshold. There's no turning back. And every time doubt creeps in, every time old habits try to pull you back, remind yourself, I'm not that person anymore. You are evolving, you are rising, and you're stepping into the highest version of yourself. Embrace it, because the greatest version of you is waiting on the other side of this battle. And get ready, because tomorrow, we begin laying the foundation for that unstoppable new identity. On day one, you declared war on your old self. You shattered the habits, mindsets, and limiting beliefs that had silently held you captive for far too long. Now, it's time to take the next step, to walk boldly into the process of building a stronger, tougher, and more resilient version of yourself. But to do that, you must continue dismantling the parts of your life that no longer serve you. Destruction is the path to greatness. It demands discipline, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your capacity for growth. Step forward with courage, and let your old self slowly fade into history. Right now, it's time for a brutally honest inventory of your life. Identify, without excuses, the behaviors and routines that have been holding you back. Are you waking up late? Wasting precious hours on distractions? Surrounding yourself with people who drain your energy and stifle your growth? Write it all down. Make a list of every habit that no longer serves the future you're chasing, whether it's smoking, procrastination, laziness, self-doubt, or aimless scrolling through social media. You must name them before you can eliminate them. Next, recognize your emotional crutches, those sneaky coping mechanisms you use to escape facing life's challenges. Are you turning to food, mindless entertainment, or endless scrolling to avoid your problems? Identify them and begin the process of cutting them out. Don't be gentle, be ruthless. Eliminate distractions without mercy. Delete apps that waste your time. Block websites that steal your focus. Distance yourself from toxic people and set firm, non-negotiable boundaries around your time and energy. Detox both your mind and your environment. Clear your physical space. Get rid of the clutter. Create an atmosphere that fosters focus, discipline, and growth. Then comes one of the most powerful acts you'll do on this journey. Write a resignation letter to your old self. Literally put it all down on paper, every excuse, every bad habit, every weakness you're leaving behind. Acknowledge the version of yourself that carried you this far, but declare with clarity that you are moving forward without them. And when you're done, destroy that letter, burn it, tear it to pieces, bury it, whatever you choose. Make it a symbolic act of transformation. This isn't just a surface-level ritual. It imprints on your subconscious mind that you've stepped into a new chapter. That you are leaving the old patterns behind and reclaiming your power. Now, with your past laid to rest, you are ready to enter a new phase of your transformation. Day 2, Physical Reinvention. Your body is a direct reflection of your discipline. If your body looks soft, it means you've been living soft. If you move sluggishly, your mind moves sluggishly too. A resilient, capable body cultivates a powerful, unshakable mind. And today, you're going to take full control of your physical state. This transformation begins with how you treat your body, how you move, how you nourish it, and how you train it. Every action is a reflection of your commitment to self-mastery. If you want to command respect, start by respecting yourself. Stand tall, move with decisiveness, cultivate a presence that radiates confidence and strength the moment you enter a room. The ancient Stoics understood the profound link between body and mind. They believed that physical hardship was not merely a test of the body but a training ground for the mind. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, would voluntarily expose himself to discomfort, fasting, braving the cold, not because he was forced to, but because he wanted to sharpen his mental toughness. This practice, known as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity, is a powerful reminder that when you challenge yourself physically, you're simultaneously preparing your mind to face life's inevitable hardships with grace and resilience. Discipline in physical training mirrors discipline in thought. When you commit to movement, proper nutrition, and building physical resilience, you're not just strengthening your body, you're aligning with Stoic principles of self-control, endurance, and continuous improvement. The Stoics viewed comfort as the enemy of growth. They believed that avoiding hardship weakens a person, while embracing it makes one stronger. By willingly pushing yourself physically, you cultivate the inner fortitude required to weather life's storms with courage and composure. Remember, your transformation is not just about aesthetics. It's about becoming the embodiment of Stoic ideals, perseverance, self-discipline, and mental fortitude. The body may tire, but a mind forged in discipline and hardship will not be easily shaken. If you truly want to become unrecognizable in 1 week, start by embracing the Stoic principle of voluntary discomfort. Train as if preparing for battle, not just against physical fatigue, but against weakness, self-doubt, and complacency, because the warrior within you is forged through the trials you choose to endure. And tomorrow, we'll take this journey even deeper. We'll confront the next critical piece of your transformation, mastering your mind and rebuilding the belief systems that shape your reality. Are you ready? Yesterday, you began reclaiming your physical power, learning that the way you treat your body shapes not only your physique but also your mind. Now, it's time to go further, to confront and crush every mental barrier that whispers, "Stop," because this journey isn't just about moving your body. It's about pushing yourself to the point where your mind has no choice but to follow. Your goal isn't simply to exercise. Your mission is to stretch your physical endurance so far that your mind adapts, grows stronger, and stops doubting what you're capable of. If you can train your body to endure discomfort, you can train your mind to conquer fear, weakness, and hesitation. Discipline is forged through movement. Strength training builds power. Running strengthens your endurance. Stretching improves flexibility and prevents both your body and your thinking from becoming rigid and stuck. Cold showers? They may seem trivial, but they're powerful tools for conditioning yourself against comfort and teaching your willpower to rise above resistance. You should also train your reflexes, your discipline, and your mental resilience. If you're in your senior years, don't let that stop you. You might not lift heavy weights or run marathons, but consistent movement matters. A daily goal of walking, light stretching, and mindful breathing keeps your joints strong, your body mobile, and your mind sharp and focused. Small, consistent actions add up. A few minutes of stretching today, a short walk tomorrow, a cold shower the next. Over time, these seemingly minor habits accumulate into meaningful transformation. Incorporating light resistance exercises can help you maintain muscle tone, while practices like yoga will improve your balance and flexibility, reducing your risk of injury. Breathing exercises and intentional movement sharpen mental clarity, making each day more productive, purposeful, and fulfilling. And remember, movement doesn't have to feel like a chore. Find joy in it, whether it's gardening, swimming, dancing, or hiking. The more pleasure you take in the process, the more consistent you'll be. And consistency ensures longevity, vitality, and the strength to face life on your terms for years to come. But it's not just about how you move, it's about what you fuel yourself with. Your transformation depends on what you allow into your body. Processed foods, excess sugar, and alcohol drain your clarity, dull your focus, and rob you of the energy you need to thrive. These substances act like a fog, slowing your mind and sabotaging your physical progress. Instead, nourish yourself with whole, unprocessed foods. Load your plate with lean proteins, fresh vegetables, nutrient-dense fruits, and hydrating foods that sustain your energy and support muscle recovery. Consider adding superfoods like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and seeds. They're small additions with massive benefits. And don't neglect hydration. Lack of water slows your mind, weakens your body, and makes every task feel harder than it should. Proper hydration improves cognitive function, enhances mood, and increases your ability to manage stress, a crucial asset on a demanding transformation journey like this. As a guideline, aim to drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water daily, increasing that amount on days when you train intensely or sweat heavily. Your body is your temple, and starting today, you reclaim it. But be mindful, it's not just about what you consume physically. Everything you allow into your life, from conversations to media to passing thoughts, shapes your identity. Choose carefully. Develop rituals around mindful eating. Slow down. Savor your meals. Appreciate how each bite fuels and heals you. Cut out mindless snacking and replace it with intentional, nourishing choices. Create a diet plan that's sustainable, one that aligns with your physical goals and reinforces your commitment to becoming your best self. When your body thrives, your mind naturally follows. Soon enough, the world around you will start noticing the unrecognizable, unstoppable version of you that's beginning to emerge. Set a strict physical routine. Whether it's walking, lifting, running, calisthenics, or boxing, move your body every day and push past your perceived limits. Clean up your diet. Eliminate processed junk, sugar, and alcohol. Fuel yourself with clean, high-protein, nutrient-packed foods. Improve your posture. Stand tall, move with confidence and carry yourself as the person you are becoming. Take a before picture. 1 week from now, you'll take an after photo, and the difference will leave you speechless. And as your physical transformation takes shape, we now turn to the most powerful weapon you possess, your mind. Tomorrow, we'll unlock the next chapter, a radical mental upgrade. Because if you want to become unrecognizable, your mindset must shift entirely. Are you ready to break the invisible chains you didn't even know were there? Let's find out, as you've begun reshaping your physical discipline and reclaiming control over your body. It's now time to forge something even more powerful, your mind. Because no matter how strong your muscles become, without mental resilience, lasting transformation is impossible. Life will challenge you. It always does. But how you choose to respond to those challenges will determine the depth of your growth and the strength of your character. Instead of viewing hardships as roadblocks, start seeing them as training grounds for your mental toughness. The ancient Stoic philosopher Seneca advised practicing voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, fasting, or exposing oneself to cold, not for the sake of suffering, but to remember that comfort is a luxury, not a necessity. When you intentionally remove your dependency on ease and external pleasures, you fortify your ability to thrive under any circumstances. The Stoics understood a vital truth: real strength isn't about avoiding adversity. It's about meeting it head-on, adapting, and emerging stronger from every battle. They also emphasized the importance of mastering your inner dialogue, the ongoing conversation you have with yourself that shapes how you see the world and your place within it. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your personal transformation demands that you actively rewire your thoughts. You must eliminate weak, self-defeating language and replace it with strong, decisive affirmations. Stop saying, "I can't." Say, "I'll figure it out." Replace, "I don't know," with, "I will learn." The words you speak to yourself, whether aloud or silently, build the reality you experience. The way you think directly influences every decision, every action, and every outcome in your life. If you allow negative, hesitant thoughts to dominate your mind, hesitation will seep into your behavior. But if you speak to yourself with confidence, clarity, and belief, your actions will begin to reflect that strength. The Stoics taught the importance of mindfulness, being fully present in the moment, refusing to let outside events dictate your emotions. This means learning to let go of unnecessary worries, focusing only on what's within your control, and remaining calm and composed, even in chaotic situations. A true Stoic doesn't react impulsively. They pause, breathe, and make decisions guided by wisdom, not emotion. They cultivate the practice of amor fati, or love of fate. Instead of resisting challenges or longing for an easier path, they embrace every difficulty as a chance to evolve. When you start seeing every obstacle as a necessary step toward your personal growth, fear and frustration lose their grip on you. Fully integrating Stoic wisdom into your mindset makes your resilience unshakable. It allows you not only to endure hardship but to welcome it, knowing that each struggle sharpens your spirit. Another profound Stoic practice is memento mori, a reminder that life is fleeting and precious. This reflection isn't meant to instill fear, but to create urgency. Every second you waste, every opportunity you pass up because of fear or hesitation, is a moment you'll never get back. The Stoics would urge you to act boldly, to make decisions with clarity, and to live each day as if it were your last chance to improve yourself. By embracing this mindset, you'll develop an unstoppable drive, realizing that waiting for the right time is an illusion. Discomfort must become your ally. Train your perception, take full control of your reactions. This is the only way to master your mind and, through it, master your life. To embody Stoicism is to accept full responsibility for your future. No external factor, no hardship, no failure, and no setback can define who you are. Only you have that power. The Stoics believed true freedom comes through self-mastery. And once you reach that point, you become immovable, a person of unbreakable will, guided by clarity, discipline, and inner strength through whatever life throws your way. But rewiring your mind doesn't happen by accident. It requires deliberate, intentional effort. Start by feeding your mind with information that supports the identity you want to build. Read books that challenge your perspectives. Listen to philosophical and educational videos that stretch your thinking. Surround yourself with people who elevate your mindset and refuse to let you settle for mediocrity. Cut out the noise. Remove any content, whether it's news, social media, or entertainment, that keeps you chained to your old limitations. Begin a daily journaling practice where you track your mental progress, document patterns of thought, and actively rewrite any limiting beliefs into empowering ones. Mental toughness is forged through adversity. So seek out challenges that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. Every time you confront fear and push through it, you weaken its hold on you. The Stoics taught that suffering isn't something to avoid, but to embrace as a tool for growth. Take cold showers. Engage in difficult physical challenges. Fast intermittently. Intentionally expose yourself to minor hardships to train your resilience for the bigger battles ahead. Visualization is another powerful practice. Each day, close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself as the person you are becoming. How do they walk? How do they speak? What kind of decisions do they make? Your mind cannot distinguish between imagined experiences and real ones. Repeated visualization programs your subconscious to align with this new identity. Pair this with affirmations and intentional self-talk. Speak to yourself with strength, decisiveness, and clarity. And finally, act as if you are already that person. Right now, your brain is shaped by repeated patterns. The more consistently you think, speak, and behave like your future self, the sooner you'll become them. This new identity isn't something waiting for you at the finish line. It's something you must begin living, breathing, and embodying today. Adjust your habits. Monitor your daily actions. Make sure every decision moves you closer to your highest potential. And now, with both your body and mind under reconstruction, it's time to address something equally crucial: your environment. Because no matter how disciplined you are internally, if your surroundings work against you, progress will be slow. In the next chapter, we'll break down how to design your environment for unstoppable success. After beginning the work of reshaping your thoughts and internal dialogue, it's time to remember one simple truth: your reality doesn't exist outside of you, it lives within your mind. Every change you seek, every transformation you desire, starts from the inside, and to build a new life, you must first build a new mind. Fill your mind only with high-level knowledge. Consume books on strategy, discipline, and the mastery of self. Eliminate distractions. No pointless scrolling. No empty conversations. No low-value content. Seek clarity through daily meditation. If you can command your mind, you can command your life. You must also kill weak language. Banish phrases like, "I can't," "I don't know," or "maybe," from your vocabulary. Speak with certainty. Write down the mindset of the person you want to become. How do they think? How do they act? What do they tolerate? And more importantly, what do they refuse to tolerate? From this moment on, live as if you already are that person. Let every action, every decision, every word reflect the strength of your new identity. Today's focus is on social presence and personal command. The reality is simple: if people continue to see you the way you've always been, they'll treat you the same way. So, starting now, you must redefine how you show up in the world. This isn't just about physical appearance, though that plays a role. It's about your energy, your confidence, the unspoken aura you carry when you step into a room. Presence is how you make people feel without saying a word. Do you radiate authority, calm assurance, and unshakable purpose? Or do you quietly fade into the background, overlooked and forgotten? Your voice, body language, and overall demeanor are the unspoken signals that dictate how others perceive you. Speak with clarity, stand tall, remove hesitation from your words and your movements. Learn the powerful art of using silence to your advantage. Those who truly command attention never need to fill the air with pointless words. Instead, they exude certainty through their deliberate speech and purposeful stillness. Mastering the art of controlled silence allows you to hold attention without wasting energy. Presence isn't about constant movement or overcompensating, it's about the energy you radiate and the emotions you awaken in others. People won't remember every word you say, but they will remember how you made them feel. Cultivate an aura of purpose. Stay grounded in your energy and let your body language speak for you. When you enter a room, your presence should be felt before you even open your mouth. Your energy should naturally draw people toward you, making your presence undeniable. Take time today to study yourself in the mirror. Observe how you move, how you stand, and how you hold eye contact. Adjust accordingly. Strike a balance between approachability and quiet strength. A commanding presence is not about arrogance, it's about the steady confidence of someone who knows their worth and carries themselves as such. Every glance, every movement, every step you take should reflect the version of yourself you intend to become. Walk with purpose. Take up space. Speak with conviction. The Stoics understood that true presence isn't about dominance or superficial displays of power. It's about inner mastery. As Marcus Aurelius wisely wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This is the foundation of commanding respect, by embodying the virtues you wish to project. The way you carry yourself should echo the discipline and character the Stoics valued most. They taught that external circumstances should never dictate your internal state. Whether surrounded by strangers or among familiar faces, your composure and presence must remain unwavering. Your energy should not be reactive, but controlled, measured, and intentional. Seneca himself emphasized the power of restraint, reminding us that speech that's restrained is better than speech that's excessive. Speak with deliberation. Avoid unnecessary words. When you choose to speak, let your words carry undeniable weight. The more disciplined you are in your speech, the more authority you naturally command. Everything matters: eye contact, posture, even the rhythm of your breathing. These small, almost invisible details are subtle reflections of your inner state. The Stoics practiced controlled breathing techniques to remain calm under pressure, an invaluable tool before entering a crowded room. Stepping onto a stage, or engaging in a difficult conversation, center yourself, breathe deeply, gather your thoughts, and step forward with unshaken resolve. Another essential Stoic practice is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Before facing a tough situation, visualize possible challenges. Prepare yourself mentally, so that when the moment arrives, you meet it calmly, already fortified against fear or hesitation. Commanding presence isn't about forcing people to notice you. It's about becoming undeniable. When you embody discipline, inner control, and serenity, respect follows naturally. The world responds not just to how you look or what you say, but to the unwavering certainty you radiate. Your presence should feel like gravity. When you walk into a room, others should sense your energy before you even speak. Redefining your presence also means redefining your inner dialogue. If you tell yourself you're insignificant, it will seep into your posture, your eyes, your voice. And now, having reshaped your inner world and elevated your external presence, it's time to turn to a vital next step: the people and environments you allow into your life. Because no matter how strong you become, your surroundings have the power to either lift you higher or pull you back down. In the next chapter, we'll uncover how to engineer your environment for success. Previously, we explored the undeniable power of presence, how your energy, your composure, and your deliberate actions shape the way others perceive you. Now, it's time to take that presence a step further. It's time to embody the belief that you belong in every room you step into. Train yourself to move through every space with absolute intention. Walk as though each place you enter was designed with you in mind. Visualize yourself as a person of great influence, conviction, and steady command. Each day, affirm this reality within yourself through strong, empowering internal dialogue. Speak to yourself as you would to a powerful, respected leader, acknowledging your strengths, recognizing your growth, and eliminating any thoughts that attempt to diminish your worth. Confidence isn't something granted from the outside. It's cultivated from within, built moment by moment through the words you silently tell yourself. And what you consistently believe internally will inevitably shape the way the world responds to you. To further reinforce this presence, you must cultivate a commanding voice. Slow your speech, choose your words with care, and articulate them clearly. Maintain a steady, composed tone that naturally conveys both confidence and calm authority. People are instinctively drawn to those who speak with conviction, not in volume, but in certainty. Practice speaking with authority in every situation, in conversations, during presentations, and even in casual, everyday exchanges. Make your words meaningful, purposeful, and intentional. Let every interaction leave a lasting impression. Watch how great speakers and leaders command a room. Notice their controlled pauses, their steady pacing, and their unshaken certainty. Remember, the true power of speech lies not only in what is said, but in how it is delivered. Your wardrobe and personal grooming also play a vital role in shaping the way others perceive you. Dress for the life you intend to lead. Wear clothes that make you feel strong, composed, and prepared for any opportunity. A refined appearance doesn't just elevate how you feel, it subtly alters how others respond to you. When you demonstrate care in your appearance, the world notices. Invest time in your grooming, posture, and personal hygiene. Present yourself as someone who respects themselves and naturally earns the respect of others. Make your appearance a reflection of your ambition, discipline, and sense of self-worth. It's a simple truth: people often judge confidence and competence based on visual cues. Use this reality to your advantage. But beyond physical appearance, you must master the intangible elements of presence, your energy, your ability to connect with others, and your awareness of the social dynamic around you. Pay attention to those in the room. Listen intently, not just to respond, but to understand. Engage with genuine interest. The most magnetic people are those who balance quiet strength with the ability to make others feel truly seen and valued. Charisma isn't about overpowering others, it's about balancing strength and warmth. Authority and approachability. People gravitate toward those who radiate calm assurance while simultaneously creating an atmosphere where others feel comfortable and respected. Learn to read body language, mirror positive energy, and foster environments where people feel at ease in your presence. Cultivating true presence is a lifelong pursuit. But today is the day you stop blending in. This is the moment you begin to stand out, not through force, but by effortlessly embodying a version of yourself that commands quiet attention. Remember, presence isn't just about how you look. It's about how you feel inside. When you walk through the world with certainty and quiet assurance, the world takes notice. Walk as though you belong. Speak as though your words carry weight. Exist as though you have already arrived at your highest, most powerful self. And as you reinforce these habits, they'll become second nature. In time, your presence will no longer be something you work to create, it will be something impossible to ignore. Now that you've refined your presence, appearance, and energy, it's time to address a critical truth. Most people remain stuck in the realm of theory. They plan, they hesitate, and they endlessly consume ideas, but few take decisive action. In the next chapter, you'll discover how to break free from that trap and enter the rare class of individuals who turn vision into reality through relentless execution. In the previous chapter, we uncovered the quiet strength of presence, how carrying yourself with certainty and conviction shapes the way the world responds to you. But presence alone isn't enough. It must be paired with bold, relentless action, and this is where most people falter. You must learn to move forward, even when the path ahead isn't clear. Take calculated risks, eliminate every excuse, Step willingly into the unknown. Execution is a muscle, and like any muscle, it must be trained daily through deliberate, relentless commitment until action becomes second nature. The more you act, the more confidence you build. And the more confidence you build, the more natural it becomes to take action. This powerful, self-reinforcing cycle of execution is what separates the elite from the average. It all begins with a single, decisive move that nudges you closer to your goals. Stop overthinking. Stop second-guessing. Make a bold, definitive choice, whether it's applying for that position, launching that long-overdue project, having a difficult but necessary conversation, or stepping outside your comfort zone. Do it now. No hesitation, no delay. This is your moment to prove to yourself, more than anyone else, that you are not like most people. You don't just plan, you execute, you move, you build, you advance. The Stoics understood this principle well. They believed that a person's character is not shaped by what they contemplate, but by what they do. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reminded us, you should not waste time discussing what a good person should be. B1. This is the very essence of execution. Stop theorizing. Stop waiting, and act. Stoic philosophy teaches that we must refuse to be slaves to hesitation or the fear of failure. Instead, we must embrace premeditatio malorum, the practice of anticipating obstacles and preparing ourselves to meet them. When you move forward with this mindset, failure is no longer a deterrent. It becomes a teacher. As Seneca wisely observed, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body. Every setback you face is a unique opportunity to build resilience, to refine your strategy, and to sharpen your discipline. Another powerful Stoic concept that fuels relentless execution is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us that while many things lie beyond our grasp, our effort, our discipline, and our decisions remain fully within our control. Too often, people delay action because they're worried about factors they cannot influence. But this is wasted energy. The wise focus entirely on what they can control, and act on it now. To fully embody this principle, you must act with purpose and decisiveness, just as ancient Stoic leaders and generals did when faced with difficult choices in battle. Each deliberate action you take is a step toward mastery. Don't let doubt eat away at your confidence. Don't wait for a sign, or for the perfect conditions. Act not when you feel ready, but when the moment calls for it. Relentless execution is the surest path to freedom. The Stoics understood a hard truth: a life unfulfilled is almost always the result of inaction. Do not let hesitation shape your future. Take bold, disciplined steps forward, not once, not occasionally, but every single day. Commit to the Stoic code of execution and let it guide your decisions. To sustain this powerful habit, build accountability systems around you. Announce your goals to someone who will hold you to them. Set firm deadlines and make public commitments that leave no room for backing out. The greatest enemy of execution isn't failure, it's comfort. If you allow yourself to remain too comfortable, you'll never stretch beyond your current limits. Introduce deliberate discomfort into your life. Wake up earlier. Take on challenges that intimidate you. Do things that force you to stretch beyond what feels easy or familiar. Keep pushing, even when it seems unnecessary. That's how you train your mind to embrace discomfort as a stepping stone to greatness. Execution demands decisiveness. Every second spent doubting is a second surrendered to hesitation. The greatest leaders, warriors, and innovators made decisions quickly and confidently. Even if their choice proved imperfect, they corrected course along the way. You must build the same instinct, to trust yourself, to act decisively, and to refuse to let indecision steal your future. Remember, Bold action doesn't just build confidence within you, it inspires confidence in those around you. The world respects those who move with certainty. To strengthen your ability to execute consistently, embrace a mindset of radical responsibility. Accept that no one is coming to save you. No one else can do the work for you. You are fully responsible for your growth, your progress, and your outcomes. Once you internalize this truth, excuses vanish, blame fades, all that remains is action. The road to mastery is paved with relentless, sometimes imperfect execution. There will be failures, missteps, obstacles, but those who continue moving forward despite these setbacks are the ones who ultimately achieve greatness. When you shift your focus from chasing perfection to prioritizing steady, intentional progress, you become unstoppable. You don't need to have every answer in place. You simply need to move. One of the most effective ways to sharpen your execution is to develop a structured review system. Set aside time every day to reflect on what you've achieved, what worked well, and what needs adjusting. Course correct as needed, but never stop moving forward. This habit of continuous reflection and adjustment will accelerate your growth and sharpen your efficiency. Additionally, learn to harness the unstoppable power of momentum. The hardest part of any task is getting started. But once you begin, each action builds upon the last, creating a compounding effect. Small wins lead to greater victories. The more consistently you take action, the more effortless it feels, and the more natural it becomes. The time for hesitation is over. It's time to step forward, with purpose and resolve, and become the kind of person who makes things happen no matter the circumstances. The more you execute, the more unstoppable you become. This isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming someone who moves through life with intention, power, and discipline. Execution is the foundation upon which all greatness is built. And now comes the next crucial piece: mastering the art of resilience. Because relentless execution will bring challenges, rejections, and failures. In the next chapter, you'll learn how to endure them, grow from them, and keep moving forward, no matter what. Today, do something that scares you. Approach the person you've been avoiding. Apply for the opportunity you've been doubting yourself about. Or say yes to a challenge you've always turned away from. Whatever it is, do it. Day 6. Build a personal system. Success doesn't come from motivation. Motivation is like a wave, it rises and falls, influenced by emotions and circumstances. The people who stay steady don't rely on it. They rely on systems, on structure, discipline, and consistency. There's a powerful saying: you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. A strong system ensures that even on the days when you feel unmotivated and exhausted, your progress continues moving forward. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent or intelligence. It's the ability to create and stick to a system that makes success inevitable. If you want long-term results, you need to turn positive habits into your default settings. Don't depend on temporary willpower. Design an environment and daily structure that make progress unavoidable. Remove distractions. Build a schedule that lets you be productive without needing to constantly push yourself. When you have a reliable system, consistency becomes second nature, and execution becomes instinctive. You won't waste energy debating whether you should work out, read, or stay focused. Everything is pre-decided, and you simply follow through. Systems eliminate hesitation and decision fatigue. The fewer decisions you have to make about trivial things, the more energy you can devote to what matters. Over time, your efforts compound and create powerful, exponential growth. The most successful individuals in history weren't the most motivated, they were the most systematic. They built predictable, repeatable patterns that led them to greatness. To build your system, first identify the core habits that will drive your progress. Break them down into small, manageable steps and weave them into your daily routine. Track your progress relentlessly, make adjustments when needed, and build in rewards and accountability mechanisms to reinforce positive behaviors. Because success isn't about short bursts of effort. It's about steady, disciplined action over time. The Stoics understood this long before us. They didn't rely on luck. They designed structured systems to guide their actions and ensure they lived by their principles. Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." Marcus Aurelius practiced structured self-reflection, journaling in his meditations every day to realign his thoughts and actions with his values. That was a system, a simple, powerful framework that made sure he progressed with intention, unaffected by fleeting moods or emotions. You can adopt a similar habit to anchor your growth. The Stoic principle of dichotomy of control, taught by Epictetus, is essential when designing your personal system. Focus only on what's within your power, your actions, your choices, your responses. Let go of everything else. And never forget the principle of premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. Challenges are inevitable, but a disciplined system will keep you steady. If you anticipate obstacles and design routines that hold firm during tough times, setbacks won't derail you. Instead, they'll be absorbed into your system and accounted for. By applying Stoic philosophy to your personal systems, you transform success from a matter of chance to an outcome of certainty. When you eliminate randomness and replace it with structure, every small action moves you closer to your ideal self. Success belongs not to those who wait for inspiration, but to those who build frameworks that sustain progress no matter how they feel. When your system is firmly in place, the question is no longer if you'll succeed, but when you'll succeed. The sooner you establish your system, the sooner you'll become unrecognizable to your old self. Set strict schedules, batch similar tasks to reduce distractions, and prioritize what truly moves your life forward. Ruthlessly cut out the rest. Smooth transition to the next part. And once your system is operating smoothly, it's time to strengthen and solidify the new identity you're building. Because changing for a moment is easy, but making it permanent, becoming someone new, that's the real challenge we're about to tackle next.